No, don't worry, guys. You haven't switched on to MasterChef by accident. Aldo Zilli is with us on BBLB today for a very special Coolio-based cooking challenge. Aldo, are you up to the job?
Shaka Zulu.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Today, we're doing away with the usual Big Brother chat because Aldo Zilli's here for our very own cookery special. However, we'll probably spare a few moments to chew the fat with Michelle's former Libby X bandmates Kelly Young and Kevin Sim. Is she overreacting? Does she fancy him? That's what I'll be asking them. And he's come all the way from Scotland, so we'll be stirring things up with child psychologist, a real-life Superman, Dr. Richard Wolfson. Housemates behaving like kids. How should they cope with a naughty toddler / 45-year-old gangster rapper? But today is all about something we like to call Ready, Steady, Coolio. And you're about to... That's all right. You're about to find out why. Please welcome Chef to the Stars, Aldo Zilli, everybody. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
How are you doing? Well, I wasn't sure for cleanliness if we should shake hands. Why are you here, Aldo?
Coolio.
Coolio, exactly. Coolio. He loves cooking.
He loves cooking.
You love cooking.
I adore cooking. Not this.
Okay,
but I love cooking.
You're going to make one of his dishes for us,
absolutely,
aren't you? Right,
absolutely.
OK, now, we all know he loves a bit of cooking, don't we, guys? Yeah. But did you know that he has his very own cookery show in America called Cooking with Coolio? We've got a picture of it, look. Look at it. We did have a picture. There it is, look. Doesn't look too close with MasterChef there,
great students.
What's that?
Great students.
Nice students, right, OK. Now, it took him about 5 minutes, Aldo, to start banging on about his signature dish, peanut butter. What's he called it? Peanut butter chicken love. Let's have a starting point here. What have we got? What's going in? We've got the chicken, obviously.
OK, we've got the chicken. He uses these ingredients.
Bit of ale.
Ale.
Yeah.
Hot sauce.
Bit of hot sauce, lovely, in there, nice.
Look at
Nicely
that,
measured there by Aldo.
And then, I don't know why, he's gone all the way to Modena, north of Italy, and found some balsamic vinegar.
Right, a lot of balsamic in. That's going to be quite sweet then, isn't it, Aldo?
Yeah, sweet and sour. And then we're going to bang in some garlic.
Bit of garlic.
OK, give it a stir.
Yeah.
In it goes.
Oh, lovely. Real nice.
Lovely. Swimming away, Coolio, yeah?
All right, fantastic.
Oh, fantastic. I love it.
That is stage one, everybody. Aldo, I'm going to leave you with that.
It smells absolutely
real nice. Now, we're going to be comparing that dish to one cooked by one of Boreham Wood's finest takeaways at the end of the show. However, it's now time for the roundup of the last 24 hours. It's BBLB News 24. Terry baffled by voices in head.
Y'all ain't ready. Y'all can't stop. Y'all can't move. Y'all can't move. Y'all can't move.
Housemate ignores wet paint sign on dog. Shock as Vern and Michelle go bare.
OK, here I go.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it, eh? But on to our big stories, and at 7:23 p.m. yesterday, Coolio and Michelle finally sat down to talk through their issues. After days of messing around, Coolio finally got serious, and that's not easy when you're dressed as a talking car.
Never at any time did I feel any dislike toward you. I like you. I think you're cool, and I think you're a really nice person. I was winding you up because it's a competition, and I saw that it bothered you. But it wasn't personal. It's because this is a game. Come here, give me a hug.
No, hell no, you stay. Car. Come on, no chance, mate.
Just hug my car, then. All right.
Now, at 11:13 a.m. today, LaToya and Mucha began rehearsals for their segment of the Toy Task. You'd expect this one to be easy for two muses, as all they've got to do is hop on the piano. The problem is they've literally got to hop on the piano.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. Okay, that was good.
Now, as part of their task, the housemates must run to the toy box when children enter the house, and at 12:55 p.m. today, in came the kids, bringing with them a sudden outburst of childlike behaviour. I'm surprised anybody noticed the difference. And that was the news. So Coolio may have appointed himself resident chef, but it's his childish outbursts that are having the greatest impact on the house. Here to delve into the mind of the house toddler is child psychologist and brains behind TV's House of Tiny Tearaways is Dr. Richard Wolfson, everybody. Hello, sir.
Hi, nice to see you.
Thank you very much for coming to see us. Now, you're a child psychologist.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not that often that you have to apply your child psychology skills to, you know, a 45-year-old man.
Well, that's interesting. I work with children and families, and I've learned, though, that in many instances the adults can be more childlike than the children. So it's not a surprise.
It's not too uncommon.
Not too uncommon.
Well, you've got to admit, though, he's being the big baby in the house, isn't he, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? Shall we see him in action?
Yeah. My name is Jeffrey Franklin Roosevelt Baudet, and I'm from Compton.
Oh, please sit down.
I can be annoying.
I'm in that Thunderbird, shake it up, and get funky with it.
I'm just going to stir fry that chicken later.
Oh, well, too bad.
Coolio is singularly worse than any of my 4 children.
I'm still a kid, and I still act silly.
Lucy's done really well.
Hey, she stormed out in the last 15 minutes. I'm telling you that right now, they all got to go. I'm a gangster. I'm a G. I watch my in the scene.
He farts a lot. Somebody's running away from it.
You're the most irritating person I've ever met.
That's okay.
Yeah. Michelle's been upset by his little comments.
No problem, we could. This is my house. My house.
So, Doctor, what are the similarities between Coolio and a kind of troublesome 2-year-old?
Well, I think the first thing is he's very attention-seeking. Okay. He wants to be number one. He wants everyone to notice him. When he walks into a room, he's waving, he's moving around.
He does a lot of this.
Loads of it, just try to grab attention. All his body language says, notice me. Yeah. It's me, I, myself. So that's the first thing. He loves attention, and very like a toddler. He doesn't care if it's negative attention, right, as long as it's attention.
Just attention.
That's
He'll
all,
settle for that,
absolutely. That's what he wants.
Right,
that's what he needs. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, he doesn't listen to anyone at all. Right. No matter what they say, he knows
He
best.
will talk over you.
Completely.
He will definitely talk.
You've been rehearsing with him. I think he's getting to you now. Yeah. So he doesn't listen, and the world's got to be from his point of view. If it's not his point of view, then it's wrong. So there's that. And then the third characteristic, I think, that really makes him like a toddler, he knows how to wind people up. Yeah. He's got some of the housemates wrapped round his little finger. Like a child, he knows how to wind up the parents. He knows what buttons to press.
You would hope, though, usually, kind of, 43 years on, somebody might have got over all of that stuff, winding everybody up.
Yeah, if only. But I guess we all know adults like Coolio in our lives.
OK, and how do you think they're dealing with him, the guys in the house?
Not terribly well.
Not so good, right?
Not good. First, well, they seem to have fallen into 2 strategies. First, they allow him to wind him up. Michelle, for example, I mean, she just reacts to every single thing he says.
Absolutely.
And that just feeds it, and then he keeps going.
So if she held it in, if she wasn't crying so much, you think he would have laid off her a bit earlier?
Definitely. But he recognises she's emotionally sensitive, emotionally fragile, and so that just serves his purpose.
Very insightful of him. She's crying. This is working.
Yes, indeed. That's
working.
It, exactly.
Right.
On the other hand, we've got other housemates. We saw Tina yesterday. He doesn't mess with her.
No.
I wouldn't mess with her.
No one would mess with her, ever.
She is fantastic. And she just says, no, I'm not taking it. And like a toddler, he says, OK, and he backs
Moves
off.
on to someone else,
Yeah,
right.
and then we've got Vern, who just is saying, let's cool everything down. Let's just not
Let's Coolio everything down.
Good one.
Yeah?
Good one. Good one.
Very clever. It's better than that, guys. Now, what advice would you give? You could give them if you could go in there and say, right, guys, this is how you should be dealing with it. This will sort the situation. What would you say to them?
I could guarantee they would change his behaviour. First of all, if Michelle took a chill pill, that's the first thing. She needs to relax. don't overreact. Don't let the anxiety show. Just let it wash over you. And if possible, even ignore him when he has his tantrums or his outbursts. That's the first thing. The second thing is they're all reacting very negatively to him. They need to find a way to connect with him positively. I don't know, give him an important job. I know he is the kitchen meister, that's fine. But he's using it to show who he is. He's not really doing it to please them. So find a way, encourage him. That was good, Coolio, what you did.
Give him a little pat on the head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coolio.
That's all he needs. Pat on the head, a wee cuddle, saying, we love you, Coolio. You don't need,
star.
you don't need to misbehave to get attention. We notice you. Strategies like that were far more effective than simply reacting instantly every time he says something to wind them up.
Fantastic. All right, listen, thank you. Wonderful insight.
Thank
Give him a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Join us after the break when I'll be joined by a blindfolded Kelly and Kevin from Liberty X. And why? Because I'm practising my incredible new knife throwing trick. No, I'm kidding, guys. Or am I? Welcome back. It's day 13. The time now 6:15. Aldo has been beavering away at Coolio's peanut butter chicken love recipe. We'll be putting it to the test. But, Aldo, there's a slight twist. Any idea? No. You're not the only one who's been given the recipe, because we've given them the same ingredients to the Indian takeaway up the road. And their version of the recipe should be arriving any second now. Now, you say? Come on, Mohammed.
Just when I thought we couldn't get any worse.
Come on. It's Mohammed, everybody. Hello, Mohammed. How are you, mate?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How did it go? Have you cooked up a storm?
Yes.
Oh, that smells... Have a smell of that. You feeling the pressure, Aldo?
That smells like a proper Indian.
Right. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Thank you very much. Give Mohammed a round of applause, everybody. And now, for you guys who are cooking along at home, what have you done since I last saw you, Aldo?
OK, there's some onions, there's some chili peppers and some sweet peppers, loads of garlic.
OK.
And now the last touch here...
The peanut butter, the all-important.
The peanut butter goes in.
Right, great.
I've got to massage it all in.
Yeah.
But of course, where would we be without salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper, you say? Salt and pepper. Oh, come on. Oh, so good. How long are you going to put it in the oven for, Aldo?
About 45 minutes, 200 degrees.
Right, OK.
And that's it.
And it's going to be coming out real tasty, yeah?
Real tasty.
Yeah, we hope. We hope. Now, later on, we'll be subjecting these two versions of Coolio's tasty recipe to the test. But who's made the best version? World-renowned, multi-award-winning celebrity chef Aldo Zilli? Or the bloke from the takeaway up the road? Find out later. First, though, it's time to meet two people who, as members of Liberty X, got to know Michelle pretty well through the laughter and the tears. Although, knowing Michelle, I'd imagine it was mainly the tears. It's Kelly Young and Kevin Sim, everybody. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Kevin's got a big handshake. He means business, everybody. And now let's cut to the chase. Does she fancy Ben?
No.
I don't think so.
Kelly, stay. Look, you paused for a minute there.
I was waiting for him to
Come on,
answer.
does she or doesn't she?
I don't think she does.
A little bit?
Well, Ben's attractive.
Yeah.
You know, Michelle's not blind. You know, I think he's attractive. I think most people in the country will think he's attractive, but I don't think she fancies him.
What do we reckon, guys?
I heard some people go in, I don't think he's attractive.
Did they know each other quite well before they went into the house?
Yeah, we did tour with A1, we did the Smash Hits tour with them, we did lots of road shows. So this is the thing, if she really fancied him, she's had about 10 years
She's
to
had
do
about 10
something
years to
about
jump
it.
in. All right, OK.
So...
And she's been mega emotional in the house, guys. Very, very emotional. She's been crying a lot, hasn't she? Should we just remind ourselves of some of the tears?
He's making something, like, out of absolutely nothing, and it's really upset me.
Sometimes the lady does protest too much.
I don't have a flame.
Shut up, Susie.
The only reason why you get it more than me is because I don't
Exactly,
react to it.
he won't react.
Because I get the same thing.
Do we really need to get into this again?
You just have to ignore it. You have to ignore it. You just ignore it, but what you do when you rise to it is you encourage it.
I must have a problem with my tear ducts. They don't have an on and off switch. They're constantly flowing.
Oh. Why do you think she's reacting like that?
She's just the sort of person she is. She's always been like that.
Was she quite tearful on tour?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Michelle's crying again.
She is a really emotional person, and that is how she deals with things. She has to go cry, but she does get over things quite quickly, and she doesn't hold grudges.
Right, OK. So what will we see when they make up on tonight's show, actually? But, I mean, what kind of things would make her cry when you guys were on tour?
Kevin used to make her cry.
He
was the Coolio.
Right, the Coolio of the gang. Right. And so, obviously, I mean, you know, if there wasn't any truth at all in it, do you think it would make her upset? Because I'm assuming there must just be that little smidgen where she's like, oh, he's got me here, he's got me on the ropes, I can't get out of it.
I think it's the being in there, all the emotions being magnified, her feeling like she doesn't know how it's being edited, she doesn't know what's going on the outside. She's hoping that her boyfriend Hugh...
Is Hugh going to be waiting? That's the big question.
He'll be waiting, he loves her to bits.
Right, OK.
But, yeah, I think it's just that. I think it's just the sort of not knowing and the freaking out that it might be coming across badly. OK. I want to talk about nominations. It wasn't a massive surprise that she nominated Coolio, but also Tina. Why did she go for Tina, do you think?
I think she's probably... Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know if she's really popular or not.
Right.
I think she's a bit loud, isn't she? And
intimidating. I think Michelle will find Tina quite intimidating in the same way. You know, when Coolio's being loud and he's swearing and he's going, "This is my house," and all of that. I think she'll... Did you like that?
Yeah.
I think that she'll find Tina just as intimidating as Coolio.
And Tina's not massive on her. She called her... What did she call her? She called her superficial, shallow and self-obsessed.
Tina.
Yeah, but Tina, at the end of the day, she goes in saying, I'm fat and I'm proud, but then she's trying to lose weight, so...
She's not that proud.
No, exactly.
Yeah, she'd be prouder if she was a little bit slimmer. Yeah. Who do you think is going to go on Friday?
I think it might be Mutia.
Mutia, you reckon?
Just because she's not coming out of herself, she's being quite quiet and withdrawn. Right. People want to see some action, don't they?
They do want to see... We all want to see some action. You're absolutely right about that. I feel like a little Love One leaderboard coming on. What do you reckon, guys? Now, we've got some questions that we want to know the answers for about Michelle. However, I don't want any cheating with the heating. Huh? It's good, isn't it? Right, how many tattoos does Michelle have?
She always gets new ones. She's got...
Come on, guys.
A foot, her ankle.
Kevin's got no idea. He's just shaking his head.
She's got loads on her back. She's got a big one.
I'm going to have to push you on this.
4.
4, you say?
4 or 5.
6, I'm afraid. Oh. Michelle made a promise to her boyfriend that she wouldn't do what in the house?
Fart.
She wouldn't fart. She might have done that. The answer, I'm afraid, was do a moonie. What is Michelle's guilty pleasure?
Tattoos, probably.
I'm going to have to push you guys. What does she like to buy, guys? What does she like to buy?
What does she like to buy? Clothes.
They are doing real well.
Dresses.
Handbags, it was. What's the name of her husky?
What?
Her husky, the dog. Her favourite thing in the world, apparently.
Not a clue.
Winston.
Cody, you can see these guys are still real tight.
Yeah.
What panto has Michelle just started?
Big Brother.
just started last year.
Yes.
I went to see it.
Yeah.
It was...
There's slippers.
Yeah, it was Cinderella.
Yeah, who did she play?
She played Cinderella.
1 out of 5! 1 out of 5! Didn't they do well, guys? Didn't they do well? Right, that puts them joint with Latoya's brother Tito. Give him a big round of applause. Aldo, how is the peanut butter chicken love getting on?
It's pretty cool you're here, mate.
Oh, it's right.
It's all right. It's cooked.
Now, what's going on? It's been cooked. It looks real nice. OK, you got that? There's one we made earlier. Always wanted to say that. And now, coming up, Aldo is going to be putting his version of Coolio's peanut butter chicken love up against one we ordered from the Indian up the road. We'll be judging which is best using a 100% scientific method. That's right, folks. We're feeding them to former Liberty X members. All right? But first, it's starting to look like a man's world in the house so far. Exactly 6 girls and roughly no boys have been put up for eviction so far. Is Coolio's game plan working? Here's a reminder of the voting numbers. To evict Michelle, call 090 16 16 1605. To evict Mutia, call 090 16 16 1606. To evict Tina, call 090 16 16 1608. for Victor Ulrika, call 090 16 16 16 10. Calls cost 35p from a BT landline. Calls from other networks may vary and from mobiles will cost considerably more. 10p from each call will be donated to charity. Details and terms at channel4.com/Big Brother. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. So it's the moment of truth. Is celebrity chef Aldo Zilli versus local takeaway chef Mohammed. It's the powerhouse versus the curry house, guys. They both had a go at cooking Coolio's signature dish, peanut butter chicken love. We want to know which is best. Will it be a dodgy belly for Kevin and Kelly? Let's find out. Right, guys. Aldo, have you tasted this, by the way?
I think it tastes absolutely...
Right. This is number one, OK? You're up, darling. Open your mouth,
What, are you feeding me?
Yeah, I'm feeding you. Yeah. Go on, put that in. Right, there we go. You have a bash on that. Go on. How's that tasting so far? We liking that?
Great.
That's number one. Remember how that tastes? Yeah? Yeah, OK. Right, OK. Ready for your second bit?
Not yet. Wait.
OK, you ready, Kev?
Yeah,
He munched it down. Don't worry about that. Here's number two. The big bit.
That was hot. That was spicy.
Right, OK, here we go. Ready for number two?
Oh!
Go on.
Too much!
Too much, oh Christ. Fantastic, this has worked well. Yeah,
just a little
open your
bit.
mouth, go on. Just a little, that was your song, wasn't it? Okay. Right. Here we go. Right, guys, first one or second one?
First one.
Second one.
Really? I just split this into... One all it was. Did you like yours,
Can I just
Mohammed?
say-
Yes.
Right, do you want to know whose was whose?
The chicken was cooked better on the second one.
The chicken was cooked better on the second one. Split decision. Take your blindfolds off, guys, just so you know. Aldo's was the first one you tried. Mohammed's was the second. I think they both did brilliantly. Both give them a round of applause. I just got a bit of one of them in my mouth, and my mouth is on fire now. That is it for today, guys. Big thank you to Kelly and Kevin, Dr. Richard, Aldo and Mohammed. Don't forget to watch the main show tonight at 9 on Channel 4, and we'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock on E4. Until then, take care.